I'm going to play some heads up on Coin Poker. If you want to sign up for Coin Poker, use code 2rocks. No spaces. All right. Let's give this a try. We'll see if Dancetone actually wants to play with me. Lately, a lot of people have been sitting out when I sit down. I'm going to do a heads up challenge. I was inspired by a certain someone who's doing a 100K profit in a month challenge. I don't think I can do that in a month. So what I'll do is 100K profit. We'll see how long it goes. And maybe I can race and beat him there in 1 month. Who knows? Miracles do happen. All right. Start this off with a little c-bet bluff. I'm just going to give up on this one. I expect most players to see bet this flop nearly 100% of the time. My ace high is ahead of a decent amount of the range. We'll call, see what happens on the turn. Okay, great river card. There we go. Win with ace high. I know I played Dancetone before. I don't recall how it went. You can take notes about players on coin. If I just double click here, I can take a note. As you can see, I haven't left any notes. I also don't play with HUD. I don't play with any assistants at all. And I really don't like the trend of people who are using like RTAs, and kind of get the argument for using a HUD. Just because you can analyze the data and get to know somebody's VPIP and how often they're 3-betting, etc. But that's one more thing to learn, and I don't need to learn that. Generally know how to play poker well. So I'll just play based off of what I've studied for like GTO, exploits, what I've experienced. Go from there. Opening 6-2 suited is a little loose. Obviously, I'm not going to call or continue after his 3-bet. Continue with all ace highs. From big blind against buttons open. Pretty good card to, let's go with half pot. Pretty good card to bet, especially after Dancetone checked that flop. My ace high was probably good. But by betting there on the turn, I'm setting up a potential bluff on the river, or I could hit my 3 or an ace, catch up with whatever they have. Or deny equity from whatever hand Dancetone had, maybe some sort of like a queen high. Could have spiked a pair on the river. Okay. Go with the pot size bet here. Represent a strong hand. Alright, so I'm playing 200 NL. You know what? I'm going to switch this so you can see the dollar amounts. I believe that symbol is for tether. I'm going to switch back to blinds. Nah, I'll keep it. So this is a 200 NL heads up match. During this challenge, what I'll do is this will be the lowest stakes I play. As you can see on the screen, I'm starting with a bankroll at around $1,000. And we're going to run this up to 100,001. Or 101,000, I mean, whatever. I feel like check raising this one. In position players going to see bet a paired board pretty often. Typically, I'm gonna have a lot of 7s in my range. I'm gonna give up on that turn card. After calling a check raise, Dancetone has a narrow range, including a lot of value hands and some draws. I'm actually blocking some of the draws that Dancetone would have, which means that they're weighted more toward value. So during this challenge, I'm probably not going to maintain a reasonable bankroll on coin. I'm probably going to shot take pretty often. See how fast I can run it up. The thing is, I play a lot of live poker, and I don't need whatever money I make off of this. It would be nice to make 100,000 during this challenge. It would be awesome, but I don't need it. I don't need the money that I have deposited. I could lose it, no problem. Because I do just fine in live poker. I also thought it would be fun to prove that online poker is still beatable, even for a relative dinosaur like me. In the poker world, I'm a bit of a dinosaur. I'm 40 years old. And I went like 15 years without playing poker. Took like a 15-year hiatus. I used to play back in the Full Tilt days, a long time ago. And I did quite well. And I decided to be an accountant for a while and focus on that. Was a CPA for a while. Decided to come back to poker. And I'm having fun being back, grinding out a profit. Learning things that I didn't know existed back then. Like GTO, I had no clue what GTO was 15 plus years ago. Nobody seemed to. Now everybody seems to know what it is. I'm gonna c-bet this one. Turning this into overbet bluff. All right. You know, something I never do is look at, let's see if there's any live comments out there. New to this live streaming thing. See what's going on. Probably can do it on my computer, but I'm gonna pull up my phone. There we go. Ace jack suited. Definitely 3-bet that sometimes. I'm just gonna call. And great flop. Dance to Tone's gonna c-bet this pretty often. Half pot sizing. I can definitely raise this, and actually I would like to. Oh man, I haven't configured my bet sizings. I'm gonna have to tweak that here in a second. Okay, that is a very safe turn card. I like that. So we're gonna go for half pot. Oh, that's a really bad river card because Dance Tone probably has a fair amount of, let's see, fair amount of King Queen, Queen 9, Ace King that got there. Okay. We faded that. I'm going to start editing some of the bet sizes. Let's see. Yeah, pre-flop is good. We like that. They're saying they have an ace. I'm going to give it a try. Stubbornly call down. This river bet, though, I don't know if I'm going to stubbornly call down. Let's see. Think. I'm going to have a lot of aces. Yeah. Let's give up on that one. Okay. Pot size. Interesting. Okay. We're going to continue. Interesting. All right. We're going to turn this one into a bluff, I guess. And we get snapped off. That was a bad one. Womp womp. I think that line wouldn't make sense to most people. That's probably why it didn't work. That and ran into a straight. Word of advice, don't try to get somebody to fold a straight. It really doesn't work. Tone's being extremely aggressive. Okay, at this point, I don't believe Dancetone has anything. They're probably going to bluff some sort of a miss straight draw most of the time. Okay, I'm going to put in a small bet as bait. Oh, gave up on the bluff. That's interesting. get snapped off again. Man. Oh, by a pair of sixes? Oh my gosh. Can't believe I got called there. To lead out with that min bet when the top pair, when that jack paired the turn, is a very advanced move. So I can tell that Dancetone is well studied. Okay. I think I should go for a bet here. Now during this channel, if I need to reload, which it looks like I might need to, I will. I'll deposit more. Not gonna limit my bankroll to $1,000 for this channel. For this challenge. Let's see. Yeah, let's do a little sneaky check back here. bet. I don't often 3-bet. Oh, I hate that river card. Let's think about it. Should I bet? What am I going to get called by? Ah. Okay. Wow. Call me with a 6. Did not believe me. And if I just got a better river card when I had that set of 3s, could have stacked or doubled up. Couldn't have stacked them, but doubled up for sure. Okay, massive raise here. Now I'm just trying to get any like king high, 9 high, any of that to fold. Won't be much, but I can't check it down. Good one to overbet. Dentatone can't have a set of aces, kings, or ace king for 2 pair. Not gonna happen. We're gonna overbet again. Dancetone's very sticky though, so we'll see what happens. Might need to go a little more value heavy and bluff a little less often. They pegged me as an over bluffer apparently. Okay, a good marginal hand to check back usually. This time I'm gonna bet it. We got back doors just like that. Alright, we're not supposed to really hit that card. I'm gonna bet it though. It's not a card we're supposed to hit. So my bet looks really odd. Huh. Catching back up. Now a double up puts us in profit. Bink that top pair. I'll sometimes check raise this. Okay, I'm gonna overbet it now. Dance Tone's telling me, oh. Alright, either at a give up or a marginal hand. Apparently it was a give up. I think with a jack high here, I'm willing to check back, especially since I get snapped off all the time with Dance Tone. They're calling ace high there for sure. Yeah, I'm gonna c-bet this flop almost every time. Triple Broadway board. That heavily favors the pre-flop aggressor. I'm turning this into a bluff because whatever Dancetone was calling down with, I don't beat. It's a very ambitious call. I I guess they think I'm turning everything into a bluff there, which is just not true. Okay, I'm gonna give up on this one. I need to make some adjustments against dance tone because they're just calling down everything. Even when they shouldn't. So, even though they're well studied, I'm gonna go with calling station at this point. So there's spots where it seems like they're well studied, but we'll call it calling station E. How about that? Giving me credit for too many bluffs, apparently. And now we're back down to a starting stack. Womp womp. And I'm gonna check raise this, and dance the tone won't give up. Is that what's going to happen? How can this happen every time? Like, how can they have something every time? They don't. What if I just don't bluff? What's gonna happen if I don't bluff? Just lock it up. Anybody who knows me knows I can't not bluff. I guess I can be a little patient, but not that patient. Kind of like a check on that turn better than my 2/3. Okay. Now we're gonna see if we can get a light call from Dancetone from some Queen X. Because they just don't fold. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Ace 9? Maybe they do have something every time. Just gonna decimate my bankroll in this first session. For those of you watching right now, what's something that you're working on to get better at poker? There's always something to work on. Something I'm working on is game selection. This might be one of those situations where I need to have a wake-up call and just pick a different opponent. I like the type of opponent that just folds when I bluff. Seriously, I see your comment, CSN Photolab. They don't give up ever. I guess unless I have it, maybe. What am I down, like 500 in this match? Maybe a little bit more. Womp womp. Use code 2ROCK to sign up at Coin Poker. And you too can come on here and call me down and catch me bluffing. Oh, bingo. I'm going to C-bet that. All right, I'm going to continue betting. Oh, pains me that they folded. Do I have a timing tell? Somebody seeing a timing tell? Did I give it away? Come on, bink the 10. Oh, fold's good. I'll take that any day. Yeah, I guess I'll call. I kind of wanted to 3-bet that. Whatever. Positive vibes, CSN Photolab. Positive vibes. I think I will run good now. Look, I got a middle pair. Yeah, we don't want 7 deuce. That's what we don't want. Overbet. Overbet on it. 3 to a flush board. Yeah, I kind of get that. Okay. All right. All right. Game select. Game select. Maybe I should look for another table. Let's take a look. Like to think that I could adjust to Dance Tone, but maybe not. I'm just in a bluffing mood, so like I don't want to give up on my bluffs. It's boring. Code 2 rocks. Code 2 rocks, 2 rocks. I've seen this one before. Broadway, Dance Tone stubbornly calls, thinks I'm going to just keep bluffing. Not this time. Except for now. Nope. Sometimes you gotta give up, especially against a calling station. All right, the adjustment is bluff less. Bluff less. That's what I'm gonna do. Let's see if I actually hold to it. We catch a 5 on the river. What in the world could that represent? I don't understand what that represents. Jack 5, King 5, Jack 5. I don't know what that represents. I'm calling. Jack 5. Ugh. That's what it represents. Come on, Dance Tone. Are you using an RTA? How do you know GTO so well? Say as they call me down with dog shit. There we go, top pair. That's a strong one. checked back. Now raising. We have like pocket sixes. Did you turn two pair? Interesting. All right. Give up on that one. Okay, I'm serious. Let's find a different opponent. Who we got? Looking around. Who's this Black Mamba character? There we go. Let's try that. Okay, a couple more hands with Dancetone, and I'm switching tables. Sometimes, even if I can't figure out why I'm losing, it's just best to move on. Switch it up. Switch seats, switch tables, go find another person to play. Just switch it up. I don't always know the answer, and that's okay. You win. You win, Dancetone. Good game. Next. Alright. Gotta move things around. Let's see what we got. That's probably it. My poor bankroll. What do we got now? 440 bucks. Might need to make another deposit. Let's see if we can run it up here on this heads up match. All right, we're doing another 200 NL. Playing against a new opponent. I don't have any notes on this person. Not sure if we played yet. I don't think so. For offsuits, I'm going to open anything from the button with 5x or higher. Plus some connectors, maybe one gappers. I might even do like, probably do 5-4 offsuit. For suited, from the button, I'm basically going to open almost everything, except for like 6 deuce and 7 deuce suited. I like a block bet here. Not always, sometimes with middle pair. And we're going to check that one. Thanks, Devo. I see you. 2 rocks and a donkey. Say move and win. Move and win. All right. Let's see. What am I check calling with? Probably a hand like this. Let's see what they're betting. Better hand. Drilled top pair on the river. There's some days where I'm just off my game, and it takes me a bit to recognize that. Could this be one of those days? Maybe. As I gain more experience, I'm recognizing it faster and cutting my losses faster as well. Okay. Let's do a block bet on this one. Okay, I have basically the worst possible hand that I could have here, so we're going to bet it. And hope they fold some sort of ace high, queen high, pair 4 or something like that. Something weak that they're worried about calling down with. Yeah, not folding king 6 though. It's interesting they took a while to make that decision. Like that's a hard decision to call with top pair facing a 2/3 bet on a double barrel. Really like that board. Very dry, king high. I'm gonna bet that frequently, so we're gonna do a small sizing. Generally with a C bet, I bet small when I'm going to do it frequently. Now that ace changes the board. I'm going to continue betting that. Hopefully they gave up on their pair 4s, pair 9s. That's how you print equity. Oh yeah, we're gonna 4-bet this for sure. See a 4-bet pot. Nope. Okay. Aw, come on. We didn't even play that long. You're gonna sit out? Are you serious? Devo, you're gonna play me? Oh, no way. Devo's playing me heads up. That's sick. Oh. I don't remember the last time I played heads up with Devo. gonna check this one back. Alright, I'm gonna try to get value out of his, say, like 8x, 5x. Maybe an ace high. Devo and I have known each other for well over 15 years now. We used to play poker way back in the day during our college years. And it's been fun to see, I guess, both of us progressing over the years. And work on a project like this together. Like, this is Devo's channel. I like to hop on every once in a while, contribute a video or two. Always checking in. No, these are not free lessons. But they're cheap lessons. Okay. Now his effective stack is, oh, he just added on. Oh boy. I thought we were going to play 22 bigs effective. I was going to say it's like when you get down to heads up in a tournament. The old check raise. Okay. Oh, that's dirty. Two pair. Alright, he's not going to call with two pair. I'm just going to check this back. Check raise with the gut shot and hit it. Nice. Nice hand, Devo. Where'd you go? I'll let you play someone else. Okay. Sounds good, Devo. Alright, let me see if I can find somebody else to play. Black Mamba is sitting at another table. Left my table. Obviously doesn't want to play me. See, that's that game selection. Black Mamba is smart enough to not want to play. I guess I should have done that in my first match. Like, if you're losing for whatever reason and you're not clear why you're losing or if you have an edge, go find a match where you have an edge. Instead, I let my ego get in the way a lot of the times, and I just decide, I can find a way to beat him. That's not always true. I can't always find a way to beat them. Maybe I haven't studied hard enough. Maybe they're just better. That's something I'm learning right now and trying to figure out. I have a big ego. I always think that whatever table I sit down, I'm gonna win. I guess it's also good to have a winner's mentality of like I go into the table with a high amount of confidence, and I guess that's good too. But to a point, at some point I need to be realistic and just pick an easier matchup. Okay, we're at 432. Wah, wah. Green fungus. Let's play this guy. Heads Up is a very high variance game. So me being down, what, 600 big blinds? Not that big of a deal. Wanted to start this challenge just hitting the ground running, you know what I mean? Just wanted to smash it. Didn't want to start down. It's a pretty big bet. Check this one back. Okay, that's a decent river card, I guess. But if they have an overpair, I lose. Interesting bet. I'm going to call it down. We'll see. Hey. It's a good start to this matchup. CSN Photolab says, get the fungus. I don't know if I want the fungus. Not so sure about that. Devo says he got third in the 6-max hyper today. Whoa, whoa. Yeah. Green Fungus is representing 2's full of 9s. I guess that's a 2's full of 9s bet. Gonna be a lot of 9x. I'll let that one go. Don't need to call every time I have ace high. Unless I think he's over bluffing that spot. Just enough showdown to check it down. I don't really like facing a bet here. Nope. Nope, we're gonna give that one up. Kind of in the mood to just play heads up all night. I don't know if I'm in the mood to play 200 NL though. Maybe I just deposit more and we play 500 NL. There's a lot of 500 NL action going on. Wow, some of these tables go up to, yeah, that's no limit. That 300, 600. Woo. Nosebleeds. That's pretty cool. Maybe someday. Check. Now betting. Yeah, I'm going to call with king high here. Hey, king high was a good call that time. I just figured it was an over bluff spot. Green fungus is going to show up there on the river with a lot of nothing a lot of the time. And I was just guessing they're going to try to bluff off any of their nothing. I like a bet here. Sounds good, Devo. See you later, man. Probably break this up into a couple sessions if I keep going. Because I do want to have dinner here soon. Yeah, makes my brain hurt, stakes. Yeah. No kidding. What I found moving up in stakes is you get conditioned to it after a while, but there's certainly growing pains. So I'm donking this diamond turn. I'm going to hit it a fair amount. Bluff got through. With their overbet and then my call, it looked like I was on a draw pretty often. Yeah, I agree. CSN, Photolab. I think he is bluffing too much in certain spots. I think he's over bluffing some spots. So I'm going to be aware of that and probably call a little lighter on occasion. Probably one of those things where he learned to play the population, and the population c-bets too often, and so they're not checking back value. And that spot, I checked all the way to the river, and I'm gonna show up there with value sometimes. No, my king high was not value. Not really. I guess it was value enough to call down, but I'm going to show up with value there sometimes, whereas a lot of people will either c-bet the flop, or they'll, if they check back value on the flop, they're antsy and they want to bet it on the turn. I can actually arrive on the river with pretty good value sometimes because I like to catch people in spots where they wouldn't expect it. Okay. I don't think that they're double checking a 9, so I'm gonna get value out of a 5 hopefully, or a king high with a block bet. There you go. I think maybe that first person I played, I already forgot their name, is just Wicked Smat. Wicked Smat. I don't need to play them. Just skip by them. I'm not always going to check raise this, but sometimes I will with the deuce. For one, that protects my equity right now and denies equity from green fungus catching up, which is really easy to do. And 2, if a 2 comes on the turn, then I can actually have it sometimes. I guess that doesn't matter as much because I'm kind of representing in trip 8s already, so 8's full. That doesn't matter as much. It's more about protecting my equity sometimes. Denying equity from their overcards to my deuce. Speaking of deuce, I would really like to catch one right now. Catch one on the river, that would be great. And we're going to turn this into a bluff. They're probably going to fold everything but trip 6s. We'll see. If they call, I hope they had a deuce on the river. Deuce of spades. Oh, okay. With as much time as they were taking, they probably had value there. So, got them off value. Maybe even a 10. Oh. Bazinga. A tiny bet. Let's see. What does that look like? That's a tiny bet. I don't like my raise. I feel like I raised a little too much. That's okay. We'll run with it. Alright, we're going to do something sneaky and check back. Act like we're trying to realize equity and then snap off. Ooh, flush over flush. Beautiful. Alright. We got lucky to get in a flush over flush spot there. I noticed the timing tell there. That is really interesting. Green fungus slowed way down with that strong of a hand. Wonder if I do that? Do I do that? I'm not one to pick up on timing tells very often, but that was something. Okay. Check. I don't think we have block bet value here with this 5. Rather block with the 8. Either better. Definitely gonna call or raise. Call or raise. Call or raise. Okay, I'll call. Huh. Outkicked me. Guess I could have set my own price. Yeah, we're gonna 4-bet this one. This is a 4-bet bluff. Not a good hand to 4-bet. It's a terrible flop. In a 4-bet pot. With me being the pre-flop aggressor, that's really bad. Strongly favors their range, not mine. Pretty much gave up on it after the flop. Gotta have give ups. If you don't have give ups in this game, you are going to punt a lot. You know who doesn't have give ups? Rampage. Rampage doesn't have give ups. Oh, snap. Tens versus kings. Ah, they hit a 10 on the river. This happened earlier today. Ouch. Man. Before I was streaming. Ah. That's so dirty. Pot-size bet? Really? No, I'm going to go ahead and raise it. Won't always raise the pot-size bet, but I will this time. With top 2. Some days of poker, I like that. Man, with that, if I won with the kings there, would have been almost even for this live stream. Would have been down like $100. But Bink on the river. Wah, wah. Turn that one into a short Devo. The realistic view of poker. Your hands don't always hold up. There's variance. I'm going to check back often with the 3 kicker here on this dry board. But, you know, let's bet it this time. Sometimes you got to mix it up. And a checkaroo. Let's see, they bluff with the 6-7, 7-8, probably. Can we get value out of a 9 here? That's what I'm wondering. I think I would rather bet with a higher kicker. Oof. I don't get 4-bet very often. Heads up on this site. We're absolutely not folding. At least seeing a flop. So if they know anything about sizings, they should do about a quarter pot. It's pretty good. It's pretty good sizing. All right, I'm gonna give up on that one. Yeah, I guess it's reasonable to overbet that flop. I'm gonna hit this king a lot. Might as well bet it. Also had a good blocker to represent some made draws on the river. If I had to bluff the river. All right, implied odds here. So we need to hit our jack and then get over 30 in the pot. Hey, maybe our queen's good now, though. We'll see. We're going to check that turn with a lot of misses and probably not much value. So I'm going to check to hope they bluff this time. A lot of the times I would probably block bet that queen, but I have a feeling with green fungus, the play here is to check and allow a bluff. And so now I'm just going to call down. And he hit 2 pair on the river. It's going great today. I say sarcastically. Go ahead and bet that turn. Double check. All right, let's take a break here in like 8 to 10 minutes. I'll end this live stream, get some dinner, go hang out with my bro. Let's go ahead and pop this one up. We're going for the big overbet raise here. We're not really worried about sets unless they have like a set of 4s. Because by having top 2, narrows them down to one combination of aces, one combination of 9s, still 3 combinations of 4s. By overbetting it, I just think they're going to be fairly inelastic with their ace X, especially with high kickers. They're going to be inelastic with their flush draws. I'm not going to check raise the ace high board very often, so I might as well make it huge when I do. Unfortunately, they folded. Bink. All right. I'm going to c-bet this almost 100% with a double ace and jack board. I think this is probably a spot where I could continue to bet on the turn or check back. If I had a stronger trips hand, I'd probably bet it. Like an ace queen, ace king, I probably would have bet it. Maybe even ace 10. Okay, now let's see. We got a call on the flop. There was no check raise. Didn't want to lead out the river, so we're down to trying to get value out of a jack. Let's bet half pot. Might be a little too much for a jack. Nope, I guess it was the right price. Devo's giving me words of encouragement while I play. Such a good friend. Okay. We're going to do a big overbet here. I'm going to put pressure on their, like, pair of fours, pair of sevens, or pocket eights, or what have you. Or ace highs. A lot of pressure on their ace highs. Got to check back some value. So we're going to check back value. Bad turn card for us. Also bad for our perceived range. Let's see. Do I think I can get value out of worse? Do I think I can get value out of worse here? I think the answer is yes. I'm going to go for a half pot and hope for like a worse 5 or a 4 or 3 or an ace high. A lot of people heads up like to call with ace high. Didn't like facing that. That makes me want to take it back. I want to take it back and check. Can I take it back? There's no takebacks. There's no takebacks. Gonna go for a small sizing here. Typically go for a small sizing on a monotone board. Boy, do we like that 6 on the turn. Got to love that 6 on the turn. And we get the donk. I think we're just going to go for a call here. I do like a raise there too. But this time we're just going to call. Okay, at this point, I think we have the best hand. They're representing a jack is my opinion. So let's put in something that looks like a fishy bluff. And hope we get called. I know this is a rough start to the challenge, but I really do think I can potentially make $100,000 profit off of this site throughout the challenge. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, today, what are we? Like down 650 bucks-ish. Some of it was just getting unlucky. I think I could have turned these threes into a bluff on the river. Yeah. Oh well. We'll get to ride the roller coaster of variance together. You're going to see it. I'm going to have some really big days live streamed. Where it seems like I can do no wrong. That's just poker. Sometimes it's you, sometimes it's the luck. Long-term results, it's you. Short-term results, it's mostly luck. Hey Trisha, how are you doing? Long time no talk. No see. I can't wait to see you here soon. See, that Vegas trip is coming up next month. I'll get to see you. You know, I think I should have blocked that one. Because I could have got calls from Ace High or King High. I really don't like that I checked that 6. Let's call this one and reassess. Not one to fold pairs on flops very often, especially with the small c-bet. They're going to c-bet that flop almost all the time with the king high flop. Most people do. Okay, now I'm going to check this. If they check, maybe we win. If they bet, I am turning this into a bluff. Buckle down. Here we go. Womp womp. Had to hit that 6 on the river. Buckle down, buckle up, whatever. Alright. Not going to see that bottom pair very often, but we're going to do it here. Especially with backdoor spades. Devo says the viewers like heads up. Is that true? Is that true? I love heads up. So fun. So much action. Get to be involved in every hand. When you're playing a full ring, you often fold pre-flop. And the decisions aren't quite as hard as heads up. Heads up, you have a very, very wide range. And you're going to play to a lot of flops. Notice from the button, I'm opening probably 70% of my hands. From big blind, okay. Most of the time I'm going to 3-bet this. This time I'm going to call. From big blind, I'm defending nearly as much. I don't know, probably 60% of my range, probably. Alright. I was hoping for a backdoor club there. And then you get into funky spots where, like, king high is often good. Alright, no reason for me to bet the nut no pair here. It actually does have showdown value. We're just hoping that the green fungus won't bluff here if they don't have a pair. Look at that. See? King queen. It's good. I'm going to fold the queen 3 offsuit this time. Alright. Devo says, you got rivered so many times today. That is poker. There's so many days where I just have terrible luck. And then there's days where I just have amazing luck. And man, when I'm hit with the deck, I stack it up fast. I stack it up so fast. Because nobody believes me. Another added benefit of playing these heads-up matches and having this heads-up match challenge is I'm also involved in a live heads-up match with a friend, and it's for higher stakes. We're going to be playing 1025, and we're going to play 6 matches, freeze-out style. So playing a little 200 NL as practice and getting in the volume is going to help give me the repetitions, the practice when I play the 2500 NL here in a few days. Okay, we're gonna have to turn this one into a bluff, I think. Okay, let's go for just a half pot. We're just looking to fold out something just barely better. Hopefully, I mean, you might have had like an ace high or just a weak pair. Better than jack high. Turn card. Yeah, I figured he wouldn't like that card. Let's see, how do we play this? I think with an ace-high board, we want to go 2/3 sizing. We're trying to target a king. He's acting like he flopped a king. As played, it feels like a king. There we go. How is Fungus playing now? Pretty predictable. Feel like I have a pretty good sense of where Fungus is at. Which is why I haven't stopped the heads-up match yet, even though I wanted to take a dinner break. Feel like I've got pretty good momentum. I know I'm not up. But I am reading a lot of the moves that Green Fungus is making. Which makes me think that it's just a matter of time for me to start catching up and building a stack. Green Fungus is somewhat passive. Probably not picking as many spots. In the larger pots, I would say, to bluff. When I give Green Fungus rope, I think that's... In small pots, I think Green Fungus is over bluffing. And I think they're over c-betting. I get a flop like this. Yeah. Double Broadway, king high, king queen board. You're going to want to c-bet that is the pre-flop aggressor nearly 100% of the time. So I totally get that. Okay, in this spot, our ace high might be good. We're hoping for check, check. Interesting. Feel like Green Fungus has actually given up in a few spots where they should have bluffed. Gotta check back value sometimes. And we check again. Was that a timing tell on the turn with how long they waited? Were they debating whether to bet or not? I don't think I can extract value out of worse with this hand, so I'm going to check it. Oh, maybe I could have got the queen high to call. Maybe. What I don't want to do is open it up for a bluff. I have such a weak hand. Okay, we got the combo draw here, pair and a flush draw. And that is a very big bet. Nearly pot size, like 75% pot. Queen changes top pair, of course. That changes the board. Going for the pot size. Well, I think my hand's too good to fold. Bad run out. What can you do? If what they were bluffing with the... Oh, hit the queen on the turn. Oh. I was gonna say if they were bluffing, semi-bluffing with the straight draw, one of the straight draws got there. Hey, we banked the 4 in a 3-bet pot. Let's go! Let's go! They're gonna have ace king pretty often here, or some type of king X. So we're gonna get paid most of the time. No, we just call. Let's go! Oh my gosh, I hope they have ace king. Oh, we don't like the check. The check is no good. We're going to go ahead and bet. But check kind of indicates maybe queens. Or like a king jack, king queen, didn't like the ace. Ooh, we do like the raise though. We're absolutely not folding. So if it's set over set, it is what it is. It's poker. Oh, wow. Okay, river to straight. That is so dirty. Oh my word. All right, folks, that's all she wrote. I need to reload before I play more because I'm down to my last $100. You witnessed me lose $900 in this session. Believe it or not, that's not a big deal. It's part of what I do. Usually I'm used to bigger swings than that. So you kind of get numb to it when you do this all day, every day. Do it for a living. $900 in 200 NL though kind of stings a little bit. Like, I still want to win, of course. I'm very competitive. I don't like losing 450 big blinds. But it's part of the game. It is what it is. So I'm going to sit out. Hopefully we hit this flush on our last hand of the session. Thank you for watching. Really appreciate the support. I've seen a fair amount of people hop on for the live stream, which means a lot to me. Means a lot to Devo too. It's pretty awesome. Really appreciate the support. So if you want to play coin poker, you can sign up using code 2rocks. Code 2rocks. It's a pretty fun site to play on. I'm enjoying playing Heads Up. I'm going to play some sessions later, probably later tonight after dinner. We're going to regroup. And thank you very much. Boise Mike signing out with 2 Rocks and a Donkey.